Hi, Falcons. Welcome to another DI on the interactions within ecosystems. Now, as a review, we had what we call as the predator prey relationship. So, this is the interaction between two species and their consequent effects on each other. Now, this particular DI or direct instruction video would be all about symbiosis. So, this is the cooperative partnership, or when animals, plants, organisms work and live together to survive. Now, in your booklet, if you get to see or read through pages 43 and the following pages, you have a very good article on symbiosis. So, talking about symbiosis, there are these three kinds of symbiotic relationship. We have what we call as mutualism, commensalism, and the third one is parasitism. So let's deal first with mutualism. So this is where you have two species are beneficial to each other. It's a win-win relationship, and they are important to each other. So how is that? So when two species have a mutually beneficial symbiotic relationship, we call it mutualism. This type of symbiosis benefits both partners. Now, to understand mutualism better, let's examine the interaction between a clownfish and animals. So, what are clownfish or how do they look like? Kind of brings to mind that movie Finding Nemo, right? So, this is a clownfish. And what's the relationship of the clownfish with anemones? So anemones would be these flowers of the ocean, as they are sometimes called, and you get to see the anemone threading through the anemones or sea anemones. So most fish, it says here, stay away from an anemone for fear of touching its poisonous tentacles. But clownfish have a special coating on their skin that protects them from getting stung. Now, clownfish can only have symbiotic relationships with 10 of the 1,000 different anemones species in the world. So the clownfish can swim carefree and unharmed among their host's deadly tentacles. They know very well that their predators do not dare to come near them. Plus, clownfish get to eat the leftover bits of food discarded by their landlord or the animals, okay? And you might ask, what does the anemone get in return for offering clownfish a safe haven? Well, it kills and feeds on fish that are eyeing the clownfish. So there you go. There is a beneficial relationship between the two. So we call that relationship mutual or mutualism. Now, another kind of symbiotic relationship would be what we call as commensalism. So, in this type of symbiotic relationship, only one party emerges as the clear winner. As for the other party involved, it neither benefits nor suffers from the partnership. Now, let's have the case of remoras and sharks. So, remoras, let's have a picture of that or an image of that in our mind. So this would be the remorse, and then up close you get to see this, like this underside or uh, the underside, yes, the underside of the fish, right? So they're also called the suckers of the sea. So, and of course, sharks, you know how they look like, right? So you can basically check out the sharks here with the remoras on top of them, right? So, And that's made possible because of the sucker um, belly, right? Sucker like belly. So it says here, remorse have sucking discs above their heads. So it's above their heads, although it appears as if it's on their bottom, right? That they use to attach themselves to large marine animals, especially sharks. Hence, remors are also known as shark suckers or suckerfish. Remors are the clear winners in this relationship. First, they save energy by delegating the task of swimming to their host. They don't have to swim or spend so much energy. They just ride on the sharks, right? Second, they do not have to worry about predators, right? Third, they feed on the food scraps of their host's latest victim or the parasites from their host skins. So there you go. That's the second type of symbiotic relationship. And then the third one, it's called parasitism, right? In this relationship, one, usually the parasite, wins, and the other, the host, loses. There are many examples of parasitism around us, like lice. Now, have you ever had lice? Ooh, the kind of itchy, right? Itchy and not good. That's why you have to use those medicated shampoos to get rid of them. Yeah? So it can be on hair, yucks, right? Yeah, there you go. And even on, would you believe, on eyelids? Ooh, gross, right? Now, these are all parasites. Now, or leeches. So, how do they look like? Maybe in rivers, you get to see them, even in some plants, right? They kind of cling right away on your skin. So, they also have sucking discs, right? When a leech finds an ideal host, say a little boy named Frank or a little girl named Miss F, it fastens itself firmly onto his skin and starts sucking blood. And amazingly, it can consume about 3 times its weight in blood in one feeding. Now, the host, in this case, our example, Frank, not only loses his blood, but also runs a risk of getting infected by the viruses that the leech may carry. So, in extreme cases, it can even kill their host, right? So, that's it for our short DI about symbiotic relationships. So we have three again. As a review, you have one where it benefits both. Can you remember that? So we have this one. So this is now our kind of review now or recap of what I have discussed in this short DI. So mutualism, two species are beneficial to each other. It's a win-win relationship. Commensalism, only one species is the clear winner. Win, no effect relationship, as I call it. Now, the third one, parasitism from the word parasite, one wins, the other loses, or it's a win, lose, or even die relationship. Okay, that's it, Falcons. I hope you learned something about symbiosis or the different kinds of symbiotic relationship. So that's it for now. Bye. Ciao for now.